I need to stop doing that. I've noticed during episodes I breathe a lot heavily into the mic. I'm like,
well, we're fat and we're drinking, so I don't know what to tell you.
You can name that this episode. We're fat and we're drinking.
Fat and we're drinking. I have a whole
repertoire.
Planned this
questionnaire.
No, just like the whole, however it goes.
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm just gonna yes.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm saying. I have the whole episode in like
Cool.
order. We'll go with that.
Sweet. You ready?
I'm ready.
Boom. Bang. Pow.
Right in the kisser.
Welcome back to the 49th episode of the Poor Choice Show. I am your host, Chris. This is my co-host, David.
And to Martin Luther King Jr., Pitbull, Skrillex, Shane McMahon, and Drew Brees.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Make some poor choices.
The fridge keeps them pretty cold. That's not warm.
Subscribe. Ooh, how solid.
That was weird. It went like before it opened. I don't know. I called an audible on my beer, speaking of Drew Brees.
Yeah, me too. It's not a beer.
Oh. It sounded like a pop. You drinking a Coke?
No, it's a, guess I can talk about it real quick. It's a retro chill vodka soda root beer float flavored.
Oh, look at you.
It's from Three Daughters Brewing Company out of St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, well, there you go. Shing, bam, boom, pow.
They had a whole, I remember going there, like a whole story behind their story.
It's actually pretty spot on, like flavor. It's kind of like flat root beer float, though.
Flies back.
Hell yeah. I'm going to name him Petey. Petey,
there.
Petey the Fly.
We'll get there.
So a flat float. It's like a 7.
Flat float?
Yeah, it tastes like it's like a flat root beer float. Like the soda's not fresh.
Is that like that Miami Cola Bang?
Mm-hmm. A little bit better. But
That was so disappointing, dude.
Like a
I was
7.
so excited for that.
it's okay. It's not that bad. It's okay.
Okay. Well, the audible I called was to go to a by Urban Artifact.
Our favorite.
Well, we've had I feel like
second
I've been pretty
favorite.
I feel like I've been disappointed with their stuff.
Unless they want to sponsor us, then we're not disappointed. It's delicious.
Yeah, then it's great.
It's
then
really
this
good.
is all I drink.
It's the best.
I don't know if I did good or not. No, I fucked up.
Does that say midget?
Shit. It says gadget. It's a mixed berry, Midwest fruit tart, raspberry, blackberry, sour.
Oh, it sounds good.
Well, I called an audible because the other one was called like Death and Re-Alive, or I don't know, like Reincarnation.
You could have done that.
Whatever
one.
it was, it felt like it kind of went with our theme of this episode, but I saw it was like 7.6%. But now that I'm looking, this one says 8%.
Yeah. Up.
Yeah, f***ed up. But there's a cool little like robot on there.
Heck yeah. What do you give it out of an old tenor?
I'll probably give it an 8.
Oh, okay.
It's
So,
really good. It
yeah.
doesn't taste very strong.
8 makes the wall of a drink again.
Yeah, It does.
Good.
I wish I still had cans of all of them. I'd put them up. So there we go. We got it out of the way. I know we forgot about the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. We also, it's fine because I didn't have anything really to talk about the last 2 weeks. It was just Michelob Ultra and Michelob Ultra. So we'll take it.
I thought,
Nope.
has it been 3
No.
weeks? I could have sworn the 1 week you were drinking something good.
3 weeks ago would have been eggnog.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And the week before that was that, what was it? Chocolate pecan pie stout. That was like 14%.
The one that DoorDash up?
The one that I still have 3 cans of. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, mine were good. I don't remember what they were, but they were good.
They were good. Hey, here for a good time.
All right, I got a couple questions for you. I'll start with one that I heard and I just wanted your take.
Okay.
And then the second one will get into what we're here for today.
Yeah.
The first one I have, if you received $75,000 for each wedding you ruined, how many would you ruin?
As many as possible.
And these, well, let me caveat that with these are weddings of people you know.
Damn.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that.
See, so it could be people I know that I have no problem ruining their wedding. And what does it mean? Do you mean
So
like
this isn't you like
so that they're
crashing a
not
wedding?
married?
This is like you being invited to the wedding.
Yeah, but is it just it ruins it, but they stay married, or ruin it so bad that they're not even getting married, or doesn't really either or?
I think what I heard was that it ruined it to the point of like you getting kicked out.
Oh, that's fine. I'd probably do like 10.
10?
Yeah.
Of people you know? Mind you, these people, you're close enough with them where they're sending you a wedding invite.
Yeah, so I'd probably only get like maybe one a year. Oh, 75 grand payday.
Yeah, I think you're good there, no?
Oh, once a year.
That's a lot. I don't know if I can do that.
Just buy a new car every year. I'd have a whole garage. Or save up after 2 or 3 years and have like a nice McLaren in there. Or
I think you just invest 1 year and you should be good. I think the S&P's like up like 200%.
And there's a few that are like, if I got invited to this said person or person's weddings, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm getting paid today. I have no problem ruining this. Where there's others where I'd be like, I can't do it.
But if there's someone that you feel that way about, do you think they would even send you an invite?
Well, what if I got kicked out of your wedding? How would you feel? Like pissed.
Depending on what you did. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed. Like before I say what I'm gonna say. Yes,
super tanked. Super tanked would be step one for me. That way, at least I can blame it on the alcohol. And then 2, I think, what if I
just like tackle? Well,
no, I was thinking like there's like everyone's giving their speeches and everyone's kind of all teary eyed. I just like run over and like start face into the wedding cake and I'm like eating it and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'd be upset.
Be like, Chris, you got to go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's a given. I was more past that. Like, if I would talk to you again, how long would it be until I did?
What if I was like, hey, I'm like next day, sorry I ruined your wedding. Here's $15,000.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Depending on what it was, if it was something we had like discussed beforehand, you're like, I'll give you half.
Half? Ugh.
I mean, you can do it 9 more times.
I think a bribe would be nice for you, though. Like, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. But by the way, here's your wedding present, $20,000.
Well, at the end of the day, the forgiveness wouldn't be up to me because you could be like, here's $5,000. I'd be like, dude, you're good. It's not up to me.
Yeah. It's
so.
Not only the other half of the wedding, but all the guests that are just like, oh, God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck them. But
yeah, I'll never see them again. But
yeah. I mean, granted, it's my day, but it's more like I didn't dream about my wedding day forever. She did. So that negotiation would have to happen with her, not me.
I don't even want to talk about it to her. I feel like I'd just get a black eye just talking about it.
Okay, so you would do 10, 1 a year for 10 years?
I think so. Yeah.
I think I would do maybe 1. And it wouldn't be like the first one. Like I would have to like see who I get invited to next.
Well, that's the thing. It has to depend on who it is.
Yeah. Okay. It's not my wedding, so I'm not mad at it.
Mad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, the next one that I have that should take us into where we want to be.
Mm-hmm.
If your memories were an amusement park, what would be the main attraction?
It would be like a world. It'd be like childhood world. And filled inside of it.
It sounds like something Michael Jackson would say.
I love little Michael. Yeah, I think about like the older you get, you still don't feel as old as you are. I think everyone's kind of like 17, 18 at heart. Like,
okay.
I mean, you do certain things as an adult and getting older, but I think like at heart, everyone still is kind of like I feel like it could be 2008 right now.
Well, to run it back to Battle LA, the opening scene of that when he's running on the beach and all the dudes are running past him and they're like, come on, Sarge, or morning, Sarge. And he like gets back to the platoon and he's like talking to his boss about him being old and shit. And he's like, well, you're only as old as you feel. And he's like, that's what I'm worried about.
So are you looking for like specific like rides?
For you? No. If your memories were an amusement park, what would the main attraction be? So like what memory of yours would be the main attraction?
The main attraction. I feel like it's probably like the divorce roller coaster. I'm trying to think of like main memories that like stick with you as like you're growing up. Like,
okay. So like your parents getting divorced would be the main attraction.
I remember the day where we sat and talked about it, where we went right after, what we ate for lunch.
You remember what you ate?
We had pizza. This was 3rd grade.
Oh, damn.
We went over to our best friend's house that lived like 5 minutes away. We just drove over there. Sports would be in there somewhere. So many sports.
Like your sports, or like watching the Ravens win a Super Bowl?
No, like me always being like, not like a brag, but like always being like one of the better players on one of the always worst teams growing up. Like I was always like the 1 in 10 Rockets, and it was just always a struggle.
Like the team was so bad that was their name, the 1 in 10 Rockets.
We did like, I don't know if you guys did it where you were, but we did like drafts for both basketball and baseball. So there'd be like a tryout day, and all the coaches would show up, and you'd get graded.
Yeah, I think we did that. You don't remember doing that at Mayo?
Yeah, because I made the B team, and they were like,
you
could be
Mike
on the
Heim,
A team,
right?
but you're not going to play. And I was like, well, put me on the B team, like,
right?
Because I was a new kid, and you guys all had spots already, and it's just like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'd already been playing there for 8 fucking years.
Yeah. So a lot of that. My dad breaking 6 ribs was a big memory.
Okay, why? Were you a part of it?
I was just like petrified. He was the goalie for an indoor soccer league, and he got kicked. Like the guy was going for the ball and kicked my dad in the ribs instead, like full on as hard as you can kick. I just remember him being laid out and like couldn't breathe and like struggling. And, I've never seen my dad like this and like freaking out. Luckily, there's like a doctor there, and then he goes to the hospital and all that stuff, and like going to visit him in there. And I don't think I could pick a main. I have like lots of different. You know what the main one's going to be is a just like a outside, just like a forest setting. Like there's like a creek and there's like birds, and because I was always outside as a kid, trees, and there's.
That's like a broad description of
bikes you can run around
memories.
in, and I'm just gonna say
that sounds like it would be like
main attraction is like the outside.
That sounds like it would be like Harry Potter
experience.
World, not like the ride in it. So what would the ride in it be?
Like a BMX bike with pegs on it.
No, I meant the memory. So like outside, outdoors is like the Harry Potter world. But what would be Hogwarts?
Like either like a campground or like a hunting cabin or like something like that. I'd say campground. We did so much camping.
Okay. I like divorce better. I think that's probably more accurate.
Yeah.
That's why it came to your mind first.
Like it was a square pizza. It wasn't a round one. I don't know if it was from Lido's or where, but I remember that.
Oh, that's like adding insult to injury.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're getting divorced. By the way, here's a shitty pizza. What the fuck?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Ugh. Okay.
If that's what you were looking for, I mean,
I wasn't looking for anything.
Just curious.
I definitely didn't go into it hoping. I hope he says divorce.
Please, Dan. Please, come on, divorce. Come on, divorce. Show me divorce. Ding. Number one answer.
Oh, okay. Well, Mom, I don't thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Whatever.
She's been remarried for God. What is it now? 20.
Well, I just mean like thank her
years?
for giving you one of your most memorable memories.
Oh, in a way.
I don't know if that's.
Hey, Mom.
Okay.
Thanks.
We appreciate it. That was a poor choice.
Dad's been remarried twice now. I mean, it's a whole,
Yeah, I think same.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God, this fucking fly.
God damn it,
Petey.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Petey, the reason I asked you about the memories was because, as we discussed last episode, if you see my eyes wandering, it's me plotting. Last episode, we discussed Severance a little bit, and in preparation for the new season coming out, we both rewatched
Season one. Yeah.
So I figured for those that haven't seen it, I'd give a little synopsis of the plot.
Just what I was going to say. Yeah, it's exactly right. Because nobody has Apple TV. I feel like 4 people have it. And it's because it's free with something they just bought. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people have an Andy, so.
Not like the dude
Shout
from
out
Toy
to
Story, but like.
Yeah. That'd be
he's a guy.
weird. Yeah.
If you've seen some episodes, he's been on one of them.
He's been on one. Yeah, he was on episode 24.
Yeah, he's got a big old bushy beard.
I was waiting for you to ask me how I knew that.
Oh, no, you got all that. That's all in there.
You think I could just reel that off?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, but you did, so yeah.
Well, not because I just know, but that was the episode that I slapped on the Kobe mask because it was episode 24.
And
then I freaked you out with Walter White.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So, all right, well, I'll read the plot since I spent like 20 minutes taking like 3 websites and making it speakable, if that's a word.
Yeah, I could definitely give a. Let me hear yours, and then I'll give you what I would have said. Go ahead.
Okay, so for those that haven't seen it, the plot is a biotech corporation, Lumen Industries, uses a severance procedure to separate the consciousness of their employees when an implanted chip is activated. The implant is generally activated spatially when they enter one of the restricted, severed floors of the company, ostensibly to ensure highly classified work cannot be leaked. When severed workers are at work, they are dubbed innies and cannot remember anything of their personal history, lives, or the world outside, though they retain general knowledge. Because their innie's consciousness exists only while at work, an innie never experiences going home, leaving the building, etc. From their perspective, they are eternally at work. When outside of work, they are dubbed outies and cannot remember their time at work. To an outie, it feels as if they arrive at work only to immediately leave, though 8 hours have passed. The story follows Mark Scout, an employee at Lumen who has agreed to join the severance program in hopes of aiding his grief over his late wife, and who leads a team of office workers who are also severed. Mark gradually uncovers a web of conspiracy from each side of his division as both an innie and an outie, which leads to both looking to uncover the truth about Lumen Industries.
Nice. I mean, very, very detailed. I was going to say, so it's the show where they put a chip in your head, and when you go down into your office, it switches you into work mode, and you don't know anything about outside. And when you come up from the office, it puts you back into your normal mode. You don't remember anything from work. You don't remember who worked there, what you do. And then when you're in there, you don't remember anything of outside of work, your outside life, friends, family, all that.
Exactly. So, I was just trying to give it interestingly enough to make someone want to maybe watch it. I obviously wanted to watch it based on your description because I did.
Yeah, I couldn't recommend it enough to people. It's one of the better shows I've seen, and I forgot how much I liked it when I rewatched it. Like, just the cinematography, the acting, the music.
I was going to say, however you say, like the audiology,
the music, the composition, we'll call it.
There you go. Perfect. Look at that. But it's not a song. There's no songs.
No, it's just
have any words.
A very well put together show, and believe it or not, directed by Ben Stiller.
I know it. I didn't not believe it, but I was very surprised.
And Adam Scott, the main character who plays Mark, is also like a co-producer of it, so he also helps with a lot of the production of the show.
He's brilliant.
But some awesome big name actors. I mean, you got Christopher Walken in there. Golly, I can't remember homeboy's name.
Irv?
Yeah,
is that old dude from Mr. Deeds?
It is.
Very, very sneaky.
I was thinking more so of homeboy John Turturro. Turturro?
Is that his name?
Turturro. Yeah. I also get more of the Big Lebowski, but it's such a good show. So season 1 came out in 2020? 2021. 22.
February 2022.
And when I say one of the biggest cliffhangers to end this show, to not spoil anything for those that are going to go watch it.
Well, so at the end of my synopsis, I actually wrote, if you haven't seen the first season and intend on watching, you might want to skip to the next part of the episode because our discussion will surely contain some spoilers.
So this is your spoiler alert.
For the next 20, 30 minutes, this is your spoiler alert.
Yeah. Cliffhanger of probably one of the angriest I've been at a TV show, going, what the fuck? How are you going to stop it there? And then them going, we're going to wait 3 years till season 2 comes out. Now, I think if I remember, there was some season 2 production halted / delayed from still lingering COVID stuff.
Yeah, I think a little bit of COVID
and the writer's strike.
Because if it didn't come out until 22, I think most of it was that writer's strike.
But man, it was once we got the news of season 2, was oh my God. And there's so much that goes on in that show that it had to be rewatched. It's not a recap kind of show.
Even if I finished it 6 months ago, I'd probably rewatch it.
Yeah.
it's not the type of show that you watch because of its like rewatchability. It's you rewatch it to like try to catch all the little like intricacies. Which
and I did catch some stuff.
Shit. Yeah,
rewatching it. I also, we talked about this morning. We were texting back and forth of like, it's only one episode a week, but I think I am going to hold out because it is such a binge-worthy show. So binge-worthy that I finished season 1 in like, I'll say an afternoon and a morning, and season 1 was done. Because they leave each episode, once again, with a big cliffhanger where you're like, well, I got to see the next one. And I don't know if I can do that every single week.
Like I said, my self-control, I don't know if I'll be able to hold off.
Once you get through, like, it's been 2 weeks and the first 2 episodes are out, I can keep going. Those first couple weeks are pretty tough to do. I did it with, I was telling you, with Yellowstone of like...
Yeah, and I was thinking about you saying that, and my thought on that was you also didn't have me on here weekly telling you how amazing it was and that you need to watch it.
The other part of it is if you're on any kind of social media or even YouTube, getting spoilers is...
Yeah, well, I mean, you're not really, so one less thing you have to worry about.
Well, I am on YouTube, and YouTube, I go through a lot of YouTube shorts, and I did like a Yellowstone short came up and a scene started and I was like, oh, I remember this show. So good. And the scene kept going and I was like, oh, and then it spoiled something. I was like, fuck.
That's why you got to just swipe up real quick.
I didn't realize. I just thought I was going to see Rip, throwing a cooler with this poisonous snake at homeboy. And
yeah, that all means nothing to me.
So dude's out there fishing, right? He's fly fishing. He's like, and the ranch hand, like the main dude who's like his like hitman kind of guy comes down. He's like, hey, how you doing? You catch anything? He's like, no, nothing biting this, that. He's like, yeah, I got something here for you. And he's like carrying like a typical like red cooler. And he's like, what are you talking? And he opens it up and like pushes, so the snake comes flying at the guy and it bites him, kills him. That's pretty funny.
Okay.
I don't know how realistic that would be if you like, I feel like it would just like hit him and it'd be like, what the fuck? Just threw a snake at me. Like
whether or not it would latch on.
Yeah, because the dude's standing in a river, so the snake would just like hit him and then just like splash in and like the river would take it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it would depend, like situationally. That reminds me, I was watching some video the other day of like fucking dogs. Like
what position?
All of them.
He said fucking dogs, like dogs fucking.
I was like, I don't get it. But it was like just dogs doing shit, like people like leashing them up at their front door, and the dogs like taking them off, and like them like going flying out the front door and shit like that. And one of the little clips was like, this lady, I think it was like a frisbee. She was like throwing a frisbee and she like teased the dog twice, and then like, or maybe it was like a tennis ball, whatever it was. She like teased it and then went to throw it, and the dog jumped up like as she threw it and like bit her forearm. And I was like, and then they showed like slow motion, then like a little screenshot, and like legitimately
got
fucking
her.
canines in her wrist.
Speaking of canines, how's old Belle's tooth?
She's got an appointment one of these fucking days. I don't know, man. It's gonna be like $3,000, and then obviously her ACL surgery, which is
she's missing the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, thankfully, this round of open enrollment, we got pet insurance. So
nice, good.
Not that it's like
it helps.
It ain't gonna be no $35 copay, but yeah, it's better than nothing.
Well, back to Severance.
Yeah, so I don't know where you're gonna go, but before we go too far, I was gonna ask you a question.
I was just gonna ask if you have any after rewatching it, like you've noticed stuff that are like loopholes that you're like kind of like.
Yeah, let me ask you the question first.
Okay.
Before we get into that, I wanted to ask you: would you get severed?
I don't think so.
No.
There'd have to be more of a perk than just you're not going to remember work, and at work you won't remember. I'd have to like his made sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of.
Don't really know the backstories of why the others got theirs.
Right.
It could be money. It could be a huge payday if they're like, hey, if you do this, we're going to pay you a lot of money.
Well, I wrote down some some pros and cons I came up with, but before I read those off, I was trying to look up a bunch of stuff for it, and I kept seeing something about the Lexington file. Have you seen that?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, so I guess the writers or creators of the show released something, and it's free on, after this, you'll have to download it on the Books app on your phone. Just type in like Severance or Lexington file or something like that. And
Like
it's like
Kentucky?
No, I don't think so. It's basically like a 3-piece compilation. It's an email from someone that used to work in MDR to like a news reporter trying to get a story out. And the second part is like the new employee handbook. And then the third part, I don't remember I think the third part is something with Milchick. I don't know. I was reading it earlier today and I didn't get all the way through it. I just finished the email and got like 3 pages into the handbook. But after we're done here, you'll have to download that and read it. It's pretty good. But
Damn, I got to read. All right.
it might be an audiobook. But basically,
Now we're talking.
Okay. what I'm trying to get to from the email part of it is that the chick that wrote the email to the news reporter basically said that she took the job because she was a bus driver, and I won't give the whole thing away. Basically, Lumen was paying her 4 times more.
Yeah.
For essentially doing nothing, or
Right.
that her
Walking
conscious
into a
self
building and
knew.
walking out of the building.
Exactly.
Right.
So I mean that's a pro. So the other things I've got, I have work-life balance, which is obvious because when you're at work, you're not thinking about home. When you're at home, you're not thinking about work.
Yeah.
Increased productivity. At
Maybe.
both work and home.
You could come out of work with only one finger.
Right, but while you're at work, you're not thinking about things outside of work.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Like you're not at work trying to think about podcast topics and shit like that. So you're like, you're there to do that and that's it. But yeah, I mean, I guess that could be a con too if you come out with 4 fingers.
Right. No, one finger.
Yeah. Or 4 if you lose.
Or if you lose one.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. But then
Either
you get a gift card to Chili's. So hey.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to hold that margarita with only one finger though.
And get a straw.
I have mental clarity in personal life.
Definitely.
And perception of time because you would feel like you're never working. So granted, you'd lose 8 hours a day, but I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends on where, like, I don't think I would do it, but.
Okay. Well, let me hit you with the cons to further enhance your denial. Denial. That's a weird word, denial, because I'm trying to say you're just denying it, but I guess it is denial.
Yeah.
Denial. That's the longest river in the world,
you
right?
Put some crickets in there. Oh, denial. Yeah. I like that. That's really good.
All right. So for the cons, I have no personal growth from work experience.
Mm-hmm.
So like for you gain communication skills at work.
Sure.
It's like it wouldn't happen, or you would have to increase those skills outside of work.
Yep. Relationships. That's probably on there.
I don't know.
Not just like romantic.
Yeah.
But like.
Yeah. And that's the last thing I have. So I have increased burnout in a sense of you being at work because you're feeling like all you do is work.
Yeah. Okay.
So like your work self basically is burnt out because you feel like you never have time off.
Yeah.
Exploitation risk. So basically, like you said, you could come out with a finger and you don't know why or how or what they're doing to you or anything. I have work frustration. In the real world, when you have a bad day, you can at least look forward to coming home, being with loved ones, cracking a beer, playing games, watching movies. With this, it's just like if you have a shitty day, it's just like one long running shitty day.
I'll be honest. Once you said you had a bad day, I just started singing that song in my head, and I.
So, do you know who sings that song?
Something day.
No,
Day.
No, that's the song. Had a bad day.
Tell you what.
So you had a bad day.
I have no idea who sings that.
Daniel Powder.
Oh, I was gonna say Daniel Powder. Damn it.
Don't ask me how I know that.
You know what? I wasn't thinking. No, I was thinking of Craig Solid.
Craig Solid?
Yeah.
Like liquid? Jeremy Gas?
Powder. Yeah. Huh? Uh-huh.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Old Dirt Lake. Yeah.
Powder is a solid.
You're a solid. You're a solid
Remind
guy.
me. I have career advancement. You can't further your career by doing anything other, or you can't further your career by anything other than work experience and OJT.
I was gonna say you can, you just don't know if you are or not.
Yeah. Well, but you only can inside. Like I can go get certifications and do trainings and this and that outside. But, and then I said, personally, for me, it's friends. Just about every friend I've made over the last 10 to 12 years has been through work.
Yeah, I think the personal connection with people is definitely a big one. Yeah, I have tons of work. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't do it?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
I would either.
At first, it'd be one of those things. It'd be very tempting, but I also think it'd be people. I think if I had to guess, the majority of people would be like, "Hell yeah!" I think it would be like one of those things where you would be fighting for a spot. Like they'd have to have like a lottery for it, or like. I think it'd be so high demand that it'd be hard to even get it.
Unless people watch the show, and I think there'd have to be like some contractual things in place, like the whole. Like something in the contract that says like if I want to quit I can, or like I want a status report from my innie once a month, kind of thing.
To be fair, you're also agreeing to technically like brain surgery, which that's tough to say yes to even for a certain amount of money. I don't think I would. I don't think I would either. Mm-mm.
But I mean, you never know until you're presented with the opportunity, I guess.
Well, Ben Stiller, if you come up with the technology, I won't do it.
I don't think he will. He can direct a show, but I don't know if he can. Okay. All right. Well, where did you want to move into from there?
Just talking about loopholes that I've noticed when I've been rewatching, and I think the biggest one is honestly how the fuck with this such highly secretive, scenario and all this stuff that they're trying to get the government to pass and make it more readily available to the public, and they're trying to hone in on what works and what doesn't work. And you have one fucking security guard. Are you kidding me? You have one dude.
You talking about what's his name?
Grogan? No.
Groman?
Georgian? Anyways.
What's his name?
That's with the G.
Here. I feel like you were mocking me when I said something with a G and an R, and that's what it is.
It's just
Grainer. That's what
Grainer.
I was close.
It just doesn't make any sense. And now it makes sense for the show to be what the show is.
Well,
but goddamn, you're not paying some dude with a chip in his head or three dudes or dudettes with chips in their head to sit in a room and watch these people. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, so that goes into one of the things I have, but I don't think he's got a chip in his head.
Mark?
Cronin?
Oh, Grainer? Yeah, he definitely doesn't. Him and, what's his name, don't. Old black boy.
Yeah, well, I got stuff on him, too.
Okay.
But, I mean, granted, Grainer is the only one we know about, and even if he is the only one, it's only one floor.
Well, Slovak / Cable, Cabell.
Selvage?
No, Slovak?
Selvig? It's Selvig.
Selvig? Oh.
Selvig?
You know who a Slovak is? Oh no, that's Hess. Never mind. That's
who is Miss Slovak? That's the teacher from Hey Arnold.
Yeah, I was looking at BoJack.
Horseman?
No, 8th grade.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
So Grainer doesn't have a chip.
Right.
Manager doesn't have a chip.
Right.
Slevik, what did we say her name is?
It is
Selvig.
Cobell. I think it's Selvig.
She doesn't have a chip.
Right.
But you could put chips into security people, and that's their job. Like, you could do that.
Yeah, you could.
Why would you leave watching all these different? You need somebody to watch the dude with the goats. I mean, you got to have more than one set of eyes for different departments. Like, they should have at least I'm going to say 3 to 4 people should be in security.
So 2 things. I'm pretty sure in the security room at Walmart, there's only one dude in there watching all the cameras.
Yeah, it's also not a multi-billion-dollar tech corporation trying to change the world.
Fair. And second, in the security room, we've already established that you need 2 people to pull the levers.
Yep.
So who's the other dude doing that?
I would say that probably when they woke, what's his name up?
Dylan,
when they woke up Dylan, it had to have been Grainer and Selvig in there. I'm trying to think of where Selvig was during all that. That time frame might be off.
Yeah. Oh, get out of my face, you little bitch.
But if Dylan could do it, Grainer could do it. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but that's not
Grainer's
a very
big dude. He's got an arm span.
That's not a very ideal business model to have. Like, requirements for that job is like must be 6'4". So
maybe they had
both these fucking inconveniently placed levers at the same time.
They could have had Audi Ellie or Helly help them. Like, hey, can you help us out with this real quick? Yeah, sure.
No, she wouldn't have been able to go down there without the chip activating.
Unless they deactivated it.
Okay.
So I think that's the name of the game, is the fact that they have people that you're not sure are chipped, and there's the ability to turn them on and off. So who do we know? What if Selvig has been turned on forever, and they're just going to turn her off? I feel like that's going to happen to one of these people. Is like they're just going to turn somebody off, and they're not going to remember any of all of season 1 never happened to them because they were on, and then they're just going to turn them off. Right?
Maybe it's Natalie. What's that bitch's name? The one that's always on the phone with the board?
Natalie. That bitch is right. What that fucking bitch?
Hope it's her.
Go do some more arm curls. I was like, ugh.
Well, maybe it's not a loophole. Maybe it's just a question that hasn't been answered.
Yeah, it's God, it's so good. I really wish I could just get off of this and watch all of season 2. Now, when I went to IMDb just to like look at season 2, how many episodes are they weekly? It does show like little snip pictures of each episode, and the first episode is their manager. What's the black guy's name? I can't remember his name. Milchick, and he's holding like a handful of blue balloons with Mark's face on them, and he's like smiling real big. So I'm like, all right, so obviously season 2 is going to start with like season 1 wasn't the out and like everything got figured out. Like Mark's back in the building.
Yeah. Well, it could just be the next day. Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously season 1 ended with Dylan gets tackled and it turns them back to their Audis.
Right.
And Helly is like, haha, that's a joke. Just kidding. Irv is like, where the fuck am I? What's going on? I'm going to go back home and paint.
But is that going to happen before Bert answers the door?
I mean, it could, even if it does, he could be like, I'm so sorry. I'm lost. Could you help me out with where I'm going? I just need to get back home.
Okay. I don't think that's going to happen based on one of the theories I have.
The Mark one is the only one because he came out and said, I am the innie right now. And
well,
here's what's going on.
I think that one makes the most sense because I think if his sister tells him what he said,
well, that's what I'm saying.
He's going to be like, I got to go back in and like find her and find out for sure. Because now his innie knows that Miss Casey's his wife. So him being back there makes sense because he wants to go back there to find out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, but they just fired Miss Casey and they sent her back to what did she call it?
The test floor.
Test floor. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which that's my first question on here is what's on the testing floor?
Surgeons and different rooms that turn on and off the chip and how they act. But and
how does Irv know about it?
Does he?
Yeah, that's what he's painting. That's what his 75,000 fucking paintings are.
Oh, he's painting the hallway to it.
Well, it's the elevator because it's got the little red arrow on it.
Yeah, the hallway to it.
Only black hallway, yeah. Mm-hmm. So he knows what it is. How does he know?
That's a good point. Maybe Irv's like some big shot that we don't know about yet.
I don't think so, but that gets into another theory.
It's
what do you think it is?
Well, it makes me think of why did they fake this woman's death and how did they fake it? Did they get her at the hospital?
Or did they fake it?
Or did they just say this happened?
That gets into another theory. I can't wait to go from these questions to these theories.
But why did they go after her specifically? Like, why did they choose this couple?
Specifically? Yeah, I don't know. Well, that goes into my next question.
Well, they never talk about like what Casey. No, she was a she was
the wellness.
No, like outside.
No, he was a professor.
He was a professor. No, but they talk about what she did, and I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember.
Okay, go ahead with your theory number 1.
No, I was going to go through all the questions first.
Oh,
just the open, unanswered questions from season 1.
Okay.
So we'll refer to her as Miss Cobell since Selvig, Slovak is difficult for you?
1,000 points. You've seen the movie. What is she in? She's younger. She has blonde hair. She wears lipstick. That's your clue. She has lipstick that she's known for.
How confident are you that I've seen it?
Oh, you've definitely seen it. It's a Disney.
Lipstick. Either tell me or give me more.
Her name in the movie is Kissing Kate Barlow.
Oh, that's her?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Isn't that wild? Does not look like her. But as soon as you see her again, you're going to be like, holy shit, that is her.
Huh. Also,
Right?
you threw me off with the blonde because I feel like she's like dirty blonde /
Right,
maybe
listen.
brunette. You said blonde, and I'm thinking like,
She's definitely blonde in that movie.
okay. Well, we'll call her Miss Cobell.
Holes is the answer for anyone who doesn't know who
Joe
Kissing
and
Kate
yeah,
Barlow.
I'm sure they know.
There you go, Joe. And yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Me.
So why has Miss Cobell taken such an interest in Mark? You don't have to answer all these thoroughly in detail. I'm just spitting out.
She obviously
questions.
has a very ingrained background that we don't know about yet with the Egans.
Right.
Something with her in the hospital.
But this is I think that was one of the theories. I don't think I wrote it down, but one of the theories is that's like her mother's stuff with the hospital. There's like a breathing tube or something.
Yeah, and it does say Charlotte on the name tag, and that's not her name.
We think that's her mom.
Okay.
Or me in the Reddit community.
I was gonna say, who's we?
Yeah.
Me and Bale.
But this is to the point of literally living next door to him.
Yeah.
Befriending his sister, pretending to be a lactation consultant. Like,
to which they are also like, why are you doing all this? And she's like, I'm taking care of it. Like they think she's also going too far with it.
Right.
So why is she?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Star Wars. Mark, I'm your mother. I don't know.
That's so funny. That goes into one of the Mandela Effect things.
Okay.
We'll get there when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to send you a picture because my next question is, what else can the severance chip protocols do to the innies?
Oh, I was just thinking that because I watched the final episode last night and I was like,
yeah, like what are all those other things?
So Beehive puts them into like worker mode, like worker bee, like you're just going to do exactly this one thing.
Okay, so the theory I have on that is it's like group mind control, summons all severed workers to Lumen.
Okay, so it turns them into zombies. I like it. Branch transfer. I mean, you take them out of, macro data over to
O&D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I have here. It says, please let this be as simple as moving severed employees to different departments.
Yeah, you can go from data to milk and goats, or feeding milk to goats.
Okay.
Clean slate. It wipes that innie's memory completely, and you have a brand new innie.
Okay, that's what I have here.
Elephant. It just turns them in. They get on all fours. They start going, and they just do it every like New Year's to like give themselves a laugh. And like, they're in elephant mode.
I gotta superimpose a trunk on your face and make that your thumbnail.
I like it.
Let me write that one down before I forget.
I mean, freeze frame is obvious. It just
hold on. Before you keep going, I gotta give you my my elephant tick.
Okay.
So whoever gave these said they say an elephant never forgets, so maybe this function restores full memories to the innies or outies.
I like my idea way better.
Okay.
I think freeze frame is pretty self-explanatory. They're just doing something. You turn on freeze frame and they're frozen. They can't move. They can see. They're still breathing. They're looking around. They can't.
So the chip just like takes over their central nervous system. And,
yeah.
Okay.
No motor functions. Yep.
Okay.
Glasgow. They all start talking in Scottish accents. I don't know.
So this says likely not a Scottish accent function, but instead one that can send severed people into comas.
Oh, it'd be funny if they all just started reenacting like Braveheart or like Shrek or something.
And then I guess there were 3 more that weren't included in the picture. There was Goldfish. This feature either gives severed employees short bursts of memories or makes them frequently forget. There was Lullaby, likely puts an innie or outie to sleep on command. And Open House, if overtime awakens the innies outside Lumen, does Open House bring the outies inside? Question mark.
Bring them inside? What do you mean?
If overtime awakens the innies outside Lumen, does open house bring the outies in? Oh, so like if Mark's sitting at his desk, does that make outside
him
Mark
become outside Mark? I gotcha. That definitely could.
Yeah. All right, I'll just kind of.
That also reminds me of like Fallout 4. Just looking at that picture.
Yeah,
Anyways.
It does. I think that's what I thought. Okay. First of all, what the fuck with the waffle party?
It's pretty great. It's the goddamn fucking waffle party. Like, come on. It's super awesome until it gets really creepy.
Yeah. Well, and so that's the actual question I have.
Is he supposed to stay there and like have like an orgy?
The world may never know.
I feel like that's what's supposed to happen because when they looked up and he was gone, they were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So I have are the waffle party tempers, dancers, sex workers also severed, or are they permanent innies?
Could be like Casey. She's permanent innie.
Is she? We don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the test floor is they take them out of innie mode and then they're just like basically like tortured in this. They're trapped in this. They put them in like an apartment basically, and they just don't let them leave. Yeah.
Okay. What happened to Ragabi?
Who's that?
The former Lumen employee who killed Grainer. She plays like a very significant
like,
role and then like disappears.
Yeah, she said, I'll be in touch, and you never hear from her.
Yeah. I have what the fuck's up with the goats?
Yep, 1,000% what the fuck's up with the goats.
But then I have a theory about it, so we'll get there.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm going to say the goats were test subjects of the Severance chip. Now they're down there, and they're like, all right, let's just milk them and keep them alive.
Roam around. Yeah, we already got them. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
What was the card that Dylan stole from O&D?
That's a really good one. And they really needed that card back so much that they woke him up outside of work.
So it's clearly important.
And Bert was very happy to get it back. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. They also looked like when they showed the cards that they were like almost like fighting moves. Like this is how you would. Which
goes to that painting thing.
Right. Where they taught each department that it was the other department that did.
Right. I have theories on that too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have two more. I'm going to send you another.
For those still listening and you've never seen it,
watch it. It's fun. It's a good time.
One, thank you for staying on and listening because you're like, what the fuck is happening? But two, fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got PD's map?
Yeah, what else can we learn about Lumen from PD's map?
Let's see. It's a little blurry. Yeah, I can't read all the words because it's a little blurry.
So it has like mind up top. There's like houses off to the right. It says,
they talk here? They also contemplate that, but like all the writing I can't really read out. Like below the little dude with the crown on the left, I can't read what that says. Here, hope, something.
It's here, I can make it bigger and let you know. It says we're here because we're not all there.
Okay, and then at the very bottom
it says O&D question mark.
No, and then, above patient or whatever that says.
Perpetuity wing.
Wing.
There's a little squiggle and it says coil of doom, which I don't remember seeing anything like that in the perpetuity wing.
No. How about Homeboy, the stick figure with like arrows coming out of his head?
That's all it says.
There's another guy up in the right corner with like a spear.
Yeah, just some X's and weird symbols.
Some people might live here.
Yeah.
I can't learn much. It's pretty cryptic, to be honest.
Okay. I just didn't know from seeing it in the show if it anything sparked.
No.
All right, well, I have one more question, then I need a beer.
Okay.
How many people are severed out in the real world, and how is their severed conscious activated? Because they showed like the senator's wife or whatever. Yeah. So how many others are there, and how does she activate?
Maybe to switch on? No, because to switch on the innie, they have to go through
the elevator. It's spatial.
No, I'm thinking of the OT protocol.
Right, that's to like interrupt.
Turn them on.
Well, yeah.
So maybe there's a more one of those.
No one was in there holding that fucking thing for 9 months, though. Like, does she just have like a little trigger? Does her husband have a little trigger that he just clicks a button and she's like, boop?
Or there could be one of those settings is like keep on. Like you go to whatever setting it is and you flip it on and they're automatically on.
Maybe.
Which could explain what I was saying earlier with like Cobel.
Slovak.
Is she could always be on because they have her activated with whatever setting.
Yeah.
And then whenever they want to turn her off, they just deactivate the setting. Same with the senator's wife.
Okay, so that leads me to another question. When Mark's innie is his outie, and
rephrase that. When Mark's innie is
at the end. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And remember, Selvig or Cobell or whatever you want to call her gives him a hug and was like, "Oh, what was that all about?" After he was talking to his sister.
You got all tense, right?
And he was like, I'm thinking about quitting." And she hugs him, and she's like, "Yeah, leave that place."
Oh yeah.
But then when she finds out it's his innie, she freaks out and goes rushing back. So it's like she wants to bring Lumen down, but at the same time is trying to save Lumen.
Well, she said leave that place, and I think that was like, obviously she's still very, very, very frustrated with getting fired, and she's like,
right. But then seconds later, she rushes back, or because
she realized that he is activated. She didn't realize when she said leave that place that he was activated yet.
Right, but I think the question still.
So she was still pissed at Lumen, like, yeah, leave that place, fuck them. And then he got activated and was like, oh shit.
But why was she all of a sudden not pissed if she's like, yeah, fuck them? Like, why would she care?
See what you mean. Maybe she is like a step Egan or something like that. Because she had that whole
Egan
shrine.
Yeah,
it's like she's like adopted or something, or she has some kind of family tie to it. Maybe, possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you ever, I think I know the answer, but you ever watch Upload?
Nope.
It's an Amazon Prime show. I think you should check it out. You might not love it, but I think you'll like the storyline of it, like the premise of it, because it kind of reminds me of Severance.
It all depends on the production of the show, as in how it looks, how it's shot. I can always tell with TV shows. That's why I don't watch a lot of these like NCISs and like Blue Bloods. It's just like,
just not a fan of the cinematography of it.
It just feels so cheap, because TV shows need an 8 or higher for my TV IMDb rating.
Well, it's got a 7.8.
It's got Upload.
I thought you said
it's a movie.
I thought you said 7.5 for TV shows and 6.5 for movies.
It might be 7.5. Is it? What year is it from? There's like 6 uploads. 2020.
2020 to now. It's pretty good. So basically, it's like
I got a 7 out of 10. Mysterious otherworldly woman is overdue to upload to visitors from above.
No. Do you want me to send it to
2020?
I literally typed in upload IMDb and it was the first thing that came up. It is 2020.
Is it, let's say, upload in like blue neon?
No, it's this.
My computer's so slow. Take it one down.
Basically, when you die, you can upload like your brain and memories into this like virtual world where you like exist. You're still living just like digitally, but you can communicate with the outside world. And like people that are alive can put on these like bodysuits and like be in there, and you could like basically still fuck your like dead husband and like feel it.
Bunch of nobodies that I've never heard of. Let's see.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It gives me Severance vibes.
But yeah, I got a long list of. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Well, knowing that, would you upload?
I don't know, because we really don't know what happens when you die.
Well,
what if you upload it and then you're not reincarnated like you're supposed to be? Or
are you Buddhist?
Oh, I'm just saying, there's a lot of possibilities out there.
Well, yeah, I'm saying for you, if you believe in reincarnation.
No, I think it's just going to go to. Do you remember like right when you were like before you were born?
No.
Right. I think it's going to be that. Just
right. So would you upload so you could essentially continue your life?
I guess. I mean, what else do you have to lose? I mean, just kind of hang out and ruin weddings and stuff, you know? Kind of like play PlayStation?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll just be like Fat Cartman from that episode of South Park. I'll just be like that dude that's just like covered in like Mountain Dew and chips.
The World of Warcraft one?
Just like covered in like pimples. Yeah. Yeah. Like,
okay.
Chris coming? No, I'm not doing that.
All right. Well, let me hit you with some of these severance theories.
Okay.
Some are from websites. Some are from Redditors. There was tons. I grabbed like 7-ish.
Okay.
So the first one is that Bert is the real mastermind behind everything, and making Irving like him was the first step in a big plan.
Yeah, but what's that plan?
Well, we don't know.
I don't think Bert's the mastermind. I think he definitely has something else to do with it, but he's not like the main dude.
Okay. Next one is Gemma was killed by Helena in a road accident. We know she's a heavy drinker when Natalie asks her, which she was Helly at the time, how many drinks she had, and Helly saying just one kind of relieved her. Obviously, we don't have enough evidence for it, but Helena and James's relationship did seem distant, like she has to provide for the company in order to be looked like the good child. Hence, her undergoing severance would explain why Gemma is in Lumen in the first place.
Could be just a giant cover up so that the founding daughter, doesn't get arrested for a hit and run and DUI. And
I think some supporting evidence on, well, maybe not evidence, but supporting theory on that is at the end when Helly and Mark have a moment and they kiss.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she killed, it just seems like it would fit right in a movie. Like she killed his wife and then they fell for each other. And then he gets out into the real world and sees his wife's not dead.
It's a good theory. I would just be pissed if that's the reason all this is happening.
I don't know if it's the reason it's happening, but just like a little side story. Like she killed, like that's why that'd
be the main story for them. That'd be their whole main story is because of that. Now Severance and like Lumen's whole idea and chips is stemming from something else, but the plot and like all the characters is because of that. Oh, that'd be dumb.
No, not all the characters. That's just why Helly's there. That's the only storyline that fits in.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it. I'd be upset if that was the case.
Okay. The next one I have is that the macro data refinement is sorting through the memories or personality of the people kept on the floor down below. That's why Mark did so well on his first file. It was Gemma's file, and he was better at recognizing the numbers because he knew her so well.
Deleting their memories?
Sorting through them.
No, so they're not actually doing anything with that. It's just they're sorting through them.
Well, they're like compartmentalizing their, I don't know.
But I think that what they're doing is like something deeper. Like them doing all these numbers has an actual effect on something.
So I'll spoil one of the things for you from that Lexington file thing. The chick that was writing the email to that news reporter was communicating with her innie basically through like notes in her pocket via some language that her and her sister made up in like 4th grade. And she was asking about the work they were doing, and she told her like, oh, I finished all my numbers at like 2:30 on the 3rd. And then the Audi realized that their Lumen's competitor there was like an explosion, like a truck blew up, basically like a Cybertruck explosion incident or something, killing like some of their whatever at like 2:32 that same day. So they were trying to make some like correlation between whatever numbers she was sorting, finishing, and then the explosion at their competitors happening 2 minutes later.
Yeah, there's something to do with them. And same with O&D, like all the stuff they make.
Right.
There's something going on with there. Maybe all the stuff they make that's going out into the real world is stuff that will activate severance chips. The goats, I don't know.
Well, I have something for that, but in the meantime, speaking of O&D, I have that the interdepartmental coup was actually an uprising against the company. So
definitely.
You're with that?
Mm-hmm. They're kind of doing that coup was basically what Mark and the group are doing now is like trying to fucking figure out what's going on. And then either they figured it out or they got so pissed that they couldn't, that they're like, well, fuck this. We're just going to.
Right. So like Lumen's trying to convince each department that, you know, the other is responsible for this fucking battle that happened.
They stay away from each other.
Right. But they actually got together to,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have Irving has been reset multiple times.
I could see that.
Okay. And here you go. Lumen is creating artificial life, namely with the baby goats.
Oh, that's a good. Oh, yeah. I like that. That's a good one.
And that goes into this next one. It says, the true purpose of the severance chip is to create vessels for Kier and his children to live on inside the bodies of anyone and everyone that has had severance. Each time the body deteriorates and is no longer useful, the Egan undergoes a revolving into a newer body to basically achieve immortality. This is why James Egan told Helena they'll all be Kier's children.
I like it. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
And then they're testing that with the goats.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a multiple Milchik theory.
Ooh, like they've already kind of figured out how to make some, because he definitely seems like he's a fucking robot or something.
Like he's everywhere at once. Like how was he overseeing things while he was outside at Dylan's house? And he's got all these departments to oversee. Like how is he everywhere at once, basically?
Yeah. I like that one too. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I thought I had one about Miss Casey, but I thought it was basically something like her, like maybe she didn't die and she's like the test subject for the whole, not like reincarnation, but like
they used her body to test it.
Yeah.
To back behind your theory of like they brought her body to Lumen to save Helena, and then they started testing on it and got it to made a new one or whatever it is. Yeah.
And then another one I saw kind of goes with that last thing, like how like the chip isn't necessarily something that splits your memory. It's just an actual person inside of it that operates that body. And that's what they're testing. And one of the supporting pieces on that was it in the intro, you see like Mark inside Mark's head, like operating the body. Mm-hmm. So it's basically like
a different person operating it.
Right. Like they took someone's
he just
memory.
His name is Mark and this and this.
So the body's just the vehicle for that.
I like that. Those are all good theories for the most part. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's that.
So yeah, that's that. No harm.
No harm done.
Correct. Well, we've always talked about old Della.
Yeah, we have. Before we get into that, I have a good transition piece. Do you want that?
Sure.
I know you were thrilled about all the guess the movie based on the cast.
Yeah.
So I wanted to keep the Hollywood aspect of it, and I have 10 questions that we'll call memory movie trivia.
Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here, but okay.
Answer the question.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you questions about movies. I want you to tell me, I think they're all, you tell me the movie, but they're all like memory related.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So I'm going to hit you with some memory movie trivia. Mm-hmm. The first one, in which film does a character use tattoos and Polaroids to overcome his short-term memory loss?
Oh, Memento.
Good job. See?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
You might sweep this, honestly.
Oh, snap.
All right, which movie revolves around a device called the neuralizer that erases people's memories?
Neuralizer? Isn't that Men in Black?
That's Men in Black.
Yeah, okay.
What film features a machine that allows characters to selectively erase memories of their ex-partners? I don't think I've ever heard of this movie.
Ex-partners as in, like, your loved one?
Never seen it.
Is it Minority Report?
No.
Machine to remove memories of your partner.
If I said Eternal, would that help?
Eternal, I don't think so.
All right, it's the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, with Jim Carrey.
Maybe. Nothing? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I have which movie involves a protagonist who has to piece together his identity through fragmented memories?
Could be Memento again. Piece together his memory, so he starts out with no memory.
Piece together his identity through fragmented memories.
Oh, I'm so close.
What's the opposite of die?
Live.
No, that's dead.
Oh, alive.
No. Like die's the end. What's the beginning?
Birth.
Okay. Also, when you're birthed, you're
born.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You idiot. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. Yeah.
You fat idiot.
You fat idiot. Okay.
The Bourne Identity. Because I know there's like 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
In Harry Potter, what is the name of the device used to view other people's memories?
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the time turner. You talking about like the well?
Yep.
I don't know what that's called.
Starts with a P.
Prenuptial agreement.
Pen.
And teller.
It's the pensieve. You get that wrong at all? Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. What thriller involves a drug that allows people to access 100% of their brain capacity, enhancing their memory and other cognitive functions?
Is it Lucy?
I don't think that was a drug in Lucy, right? And I've never even seen it.
Remember she had that synthetic drug that was like put inside her and then she got punched and it gets into her bloodstream and she can start controlling everything?
No, remember I just said I'd never even seen it.
Oh, yeah. Push. What's the other one? Is it Bradley Cooper?
No, the other one. They look kind of alike.
I'm so close. I don't
want to give it to you.
I got nothing. It's not coming to me.
All right.
It's McConaughey?
I think so. Or maybe it is Bradley Cooper. Is it? If I said yes to Bradley Cooper.
I know the and Chris Pine, I think, or not Chris Pine. The dude from Star Wars. What's his name? Hayden Christensen and Bradley Cooper. Is it?
Oh, it is Bradley Cooper. Why was I thinking of McConaughey?
Is Hayden Christensen in it?
They made it a TV show.
No Hayden Christensen though.
Not that I see.
I know
Bradley Cooper, Robert De Niro, Abby Cornish, Andrew Howard.
I can see
Anna
the
Friel.
cover of the movie.
It's one word, ends in the opposite of more.
Yeah, it's like powerless, limitless. There you go.
All right. Speed these up.
Mm-hmm.
Which movie features a character reliving the same day over and over, retaining memories each time to alter the events?
It's your boy right there, William Murray, Groundhog's Day.
That is your birthday.
Yeah.
You missed my reference.
Oh. I just can't believe I'm wearing a Bill Murray shirt, and that was...
I just can't believe I said that is your birthday unintentionally, and the person who said that was Irving from...
No, he doesn't. No, he says, that is my birthday.
Yeah,
says,
well, not mine.
Yeah.
But
That
funny.
is my mother. That is my money? Okay, sorry.
to come full circle here, when he says that in the movie, that is my birthday, it's my birthday. Like they say April 12th.
Oh, gotcha.
Like it's actually my birthday.
I don't need anything from you. How about $1 billion? All right.
All right. What 2000 film explores a future where people can implant false memories of vacations directly into their brains? It's what they did with Cybertrucks because shit was breaking.
I don't know what that means.
When something's wrong with your car, what happens?
Brakes. Check engine light.
When it's a widespread issue known by the manufacturer.
Total fucking recall. Damn it.
There you go.
Goddamn Tom Cruise. Get out of here.
All right. In which film does a man alter his memories to escape a dystopian reality? That's very vague.
He alters his memories to escape dystopian reality. He alters his memories.
What if I went like this?
Me can't know.
Or me can't see.
Give.
Yes, but I'm giving you options. Do you want this one or this one?
Is it Matrix?
It is the Matrix.
Oh, yeah, that was a weird way of... Okay.
Yeah, I'm more impressed that you got my clue.
Yeah, Red Bill, Blue Bill. Come on.
Yeah. All right. What movie uses a memory extraction machine to delve into a character's dreams to steal corporate secrets?
Is it
It was all a dream.
They fall and you wake up.
Yep.
Leonardo DiCaprio and he falls into the bathtub in that one dream and
What if I said Contra?
band.
The other one, you know. It's like the scientific name for birth control.
Dude, you're asking the wrong guy that question.
Contraception?
Oh, Inception. How could I not see?
Fat idiot, dude. I don't know.
I know. It's this goddamn recording and this and yeah.
All right, so talk to me about Old Delhi.
Oh, Old Delhi. So for those not familiar with the Mandela Effect,
Oh, I wrote down what that is too.
phenomenon that makes us question even the most mundane memories from the past. In June 2019, the famed New York Times crossword puzzle made it the theme and defined it as a recent refinement of false memory that typically refers to pop culture or current event references. Named by paranormal researcher Fiona Broom, it's basically remembering something that doesn't match with historical records. For example, the stuff you used to make your home smell fresh isn't Febreze.
It's Febreze.
It's Febreze.
Let me delete that one from my game.
I have 45 of them.
So how thoroughly have you
Gone through them?
Yeah.
I've probably gone through the first probably 20, and I haven't gone much farther than that.
Because I have 15 pictures that has the real and the Mandela Effect side by side, and I was going to have you guess which is which. Do you want to do that before you go through them and ruin everything I have?
We can try, but I'm pretty sure I'll probably get. I'm going to say there's 15. You said?
Yeah.
I'll probably get at least 10 if I do. Maybe 12,
like 14. I want to see if you can tell me which version of these pictures are real and which is the Mandela Effect.
Okay. Well, this first picture I'm very much struggling to figure out the difference in them.
One has a coconut bra on.
Oh, he doesn't have a bra on the other. I'm going to say the real one, the Mandela Effect is he has the bra on. I'm going to say the real one, he doesn't.
Okay, that's correct. The next one is, what color is chartreuse?
I have no idea. I thought that was like someone's name. The green one.
It is the green one.
Okay.
I guess if you didn't know, then...
Do people think chartreuse is pink?
Yeah,
It's
like
red?
yeah, like pink, lavender-ish, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
All right, the next
Great.
one.
2 for 2. It's it, not its.
Okay, we're going to cut this whole thing because you're just going to be like, oh, salt. Next one.
He doesn't have a tail.
Next one.
What is... it's only one F? I didn't know that was a thing either. Never heard of this. I'm going to say the 1F is real.
It is. But is that because...
I just feel like they wouldn't put
Right.
2 Fs, yeah.
Okay. Which of these is real?
The 1E, not the breeze, yeah.
Which of these is real?
The Flynn, not Flint.
It's actually Flint.
Oh, it is Flintstones. Nice.
It is
That
Flint.
makes more sense because, Flint.
Yeah, right? Maybe
Okay.
we can leave it.
Okay.
Which one of these is real?
The one that says fruit spelled the correct way?
Wrong.
Oh, it's the double O?
Double O.
Okay.
Which one of these is real?
There's no cornucopia.
Correct. Which one of these is real?
Oh, the no E at the end is
It's-
real.
No, it's with the E.
Oh. Getting affected.
Which one of these is real?
There's no dash.
Okay. Which one of these is real?
It's Tunes TUNES, not double O.
It is. Good job. Which one of these is real?
Suspenders? I'm going to say suspenders is real.
No suspenders.
No suspenders. Dick.
Which one of these is real?
He doesn't have a monocle.
Yeah. I'm not. I don't like that one. Which one of these is real?
Is it? I don't know. Is it Meyer? The real one is Meyer with an A?
It is.
Okay.
Which one of these is real?
He doesn't have black on his tail.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which one of these is real?
The T is in it?
The T is not in it.
Not in it. Okay. Shit.
And that's it. That's all I got.
All right. I think I probably got, like I said, like 10 of them ish.
You probably did. I'll have to check.
Well, then I'll just run through with I'll just name the ones I have that you didn't already cover.
Okay. See if you can hit me with anything. I don't know if you're going to hit me with anything new. I'm a big proponent of this fucking effect.
Is the peanut butter Jif or Jiffy?
It's Jif.
It's Jif. This is the obvious one. Is it Berenstein or Berenstain?
That's the one I'm taking to the grave, that it's Berenstein.
But in actuality, it is Stain.
No. That's not true. In actuality, I remember from my fucking first grade class and the teacher reading us the book, it's Berenstein.
They're creepy looking fucks. Is it Sex and the City or Sex in the City?
I don't know. I think it's and.
It is and. Correct.
But that's one that never. I had no business thinking one way or the other.
I think that one's more so people just say it like Sex and the City, and you're like, did they say
it? Just sounds, yeah,
exactly. How about you? Probably never heard this one. Is it King Henry VIII's turkey leg? ? Where he's holding a turkey leg in a picture, a famous portrait of him.
No, it's.
Have you heard this one?
I have heard that one. He's
so people remember him holding a turkey leg, but he actually wasn't.
I don't know one way or the other, but I have seen that one.
Okay.
He's holding something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of these you've already done. Let's see. Mona Lisa's smile.
Yeah, still not really sure what they're saying on that one. Are they trying to say she's smiling?
That she used to have a more obvious smile, where now they see it and they're like, she's just kind of resting bitch face.
I feel like ever since I learned about it, that was the thing, that she's not.
Okay. How about C-3PO? You know who that is?
Yeah, he's got a silver leg.
Got a silver leg.
One of the explanations I read for that one was it's not surprising some people think the opposite because the quality of video was so bad. Like
it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
You already know Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I already hit you with that one.
Mm-hmm. How about Snow White? I think we've talked about that too.
We have, and I think we said that people think Mirror, Mirror on the Wall because of Shrek.
Yep, but it's actually a magic mirror on the wall.
Right.
How about I'm So 2008? While some swear the Black Eyed Peas released their hit single Boom Boom Pow in 2008, it really came out in 2009. Fergie doesn't sing I'm So 2008, You're So 2000 and late. She says I'm So 3008, You're So 2000 and late.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, speaking of Black Eyed Peas, last episode we had that whole moment where you were humming some jingle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what it was?
I vaguely remember. It was ooh, I think she's got it. Ooh, I think she's got it.
Yeah. And I said you should have done that for brand jingles.
On and on and on.
And I was thinking of I think those are lyrics in the actual song, but the what was it? It was like some like woman shaving thing. Oh, it was Venus, like I'm your Venus, I'm your fire.
I'm your Venus, I'm your fire down. Yeah.
But I think in the real song they say like, ooh, I think she's got it. Ooh, I think she's got it. So that's the first thing. The second thing was that's not Black Eyed Peas. That's Outkast.
Oh, Outkast. You're right.
And I was listening to that today, and I was like, son of a bitch.
You know the Star Wars, what Vader says to Luke.
Yeah, we did that one.
Okay. He doesn't say, Luke, I am your father. Just, I am your father.
He says, no, I am your father.
No, I'm your father. You ever seen Risky Business with Tom Cruise?
Nope.
You know that scene of like a dude sliding in on his socks with like a button-up shirt and just like underwear on, that kind of thing? So that's what that's from. So if you've ever seen someone dressed up as Tom Cruise Risky Business, they most likely were wearing some cool shades, and fans often remember him rocking sunglasses in the iconic dance, but he didn't.
Yeah, they made I think there was like a parody NFL commercial, like for NFL players. Mm-hmm. Like they all slid in like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they were wearing glasses, and that's why people think that.
They did that. There's a lot of movies they do that in, and they're always, they're right. They're always wearing sunglasses. You probably don't know this one. It's Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. People think he says, run, you fools. But I knew that was not wrong. He says, fly, you fools. Fly, you fools.
Okay.
And then he gets pulled down. Okay.
Means nothing to me.
I think we talked about Hannibal.
Yep.
Okay.
There's no hello, Clarice.
In reality, he said was good morning.
Yeah.
And your favorite song, The Mandela Effect, is here to ruin that too. We all think of Freddie Mercury belting out "Of the World" at the end of "We Are the Champions," but it never happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an explanation for that one.
Oh, but however, he did sing those words at the end of the song during their
live,
famous Wembley Stadium performance.
Yeah, I think I have seen that.
How about Mr. Rogers' theme song?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Correct. Not the neighborhood.
Right.
How about Lucy, you have some splaining to do?
No, that's
Were you an I Love Lucy kid from like Nick at Night back? Oh, you weren't. Okay. So Lucy actually never said that, but what Ricky really said was splain that if you can. And Lucy explain that. He never says you have some splaining to do, which I would have got that wrong. That's in my head. That's how I think of it.
Okay.
Number of U.S. states. The correct answer is 50, obviously, but some Americans and foreigners alike recall learning that there was 51 or 52.
Yeah, I used to trick people with that. Be like, well, there was 50, and then we got Hawaii and Alaska.
Here's a big one. Sinbad never played a genie, right?
Right.
In a movie called Shazam. Many argue that they're confusing this with Kazam starring Shaq.
Yeah, and then Sinbad didn't help the case when apparently he went on the radio and like did an interview and was like supposedly confessed to like contacting the government and saying like I want like was like embarrassed to be in the movie and was like I want all memory of this erased from the world.
I want you to sever everybody's memory.
And I guess like some people heard that out of context and were like, it did exist.
How about when Sally Field won her Oscar? She didn't say, you like me. You really like me. She said, I can't deny the fact that you like me right now. You like me. Sally Field being
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hey, look at you.
It was like her birthday like 8 weeks ago. Come on.
How about Smokey the Bear?
Only I can prevent forest fires.
Well, his name isn't Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey Bear.
Smokey Bear, yeah.
Mm-hmm. How about Tank Man?
Yeah, I've heard that one. I think we were too young for me to have remembered it.
Yeah, it's and perhaps the most memorable moment during the 1989 Tiananmen Square protects. I'm going to say protest, that's supposed to say. Recollections of the event vary. Some say the unidentified man known as Tank Man was run over and killed, but other videos show him unharmed, which he was. He was not harmed. Neil Armstrong's death. So oddly enough, people had no recollection of the astronauts legendary of the aeronautic legend's death.
There you go, Eric.
There you go, Eric. Many fans apparently forgot and didn't notice the news of him passing in 2012.
Wow, we're too busy worrying about Nelson.
Let's see. I saw him standing there by the record machine. Even the biggest Joan Jett fans swear they remember her singing, I saw him standing there by the record machine in I Love Rock and Roll. I love rock and roll.
Okay.
But what she really says is, I saw him dancing there by the record machine.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Oh, instead of standing, it's dancing. Gotcha. Okay. Joan Jett, also, fun fact for you, Marylander. And they have her on Orioles games maybe 3 or 4 times a year, and she like joins the broadcast booth. It's pretty funny.
She's alive?
Yeah, I'm really old.
Okay. You had to decommission that jet.
Mm-hmm. Mother Teresa's canonization. So people have strong opinions about when Mother Teresa was canonized as saint. The real event happened in 2016, but many remember it happening in the 90s when she was still alive, and you can't make someone a saint when they're alive, apparently. I guess that's a rule.
So okay. So that sounds like ignorance amongst the people.
And that's all I got. There you go.
Okay. I'm trying to find
aside from the ones that you had already gone over.
Let's finish up on a little hidden word game.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to play the hidden word game. I'm going to give you some clues, and you got to guess the word based on the clues.
Okay.
So the first one, butterfly.
Net.
No, I'm going to give you all the clues first.
Okay.
Butterfly.
Mm-hmm.
Luigi.
Mm-hmm.
Umbrella and egg.
What's the third word?
Umbrella. How do they all relate?
Effect.
Luigi effect?
That's when you become a plumber and lay pipe with your brother.
With the umbrella.
Yeah, umbrella effect is when Rihanna shows up.
You heard the remix about Chris Brown? It's like, then he beat her ass with the umbrella.
And the egg effect is what Jolene put on the floor the other day. I was going to say they all have E's in them, but they don't.
So the word is blue. Let me hit you with another one.
Blue Luigi?
Now, all those clues equal the word blue.
How?
I'll give you another one.
Oh, I gotcha. All
right, the next one is brave, apple, loud, and lemon.
Ball.
Hey, look at that. All right, I got one more for you.
Okay.
Fan.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
Ukulele.
Yeah.
Crimson.
Yeah.
Kindness.
Oh.
Elevator.
Uh-huh.
Stork.
Uh-huh.
Plum.
Uh-huh.
Octopus.
Uh-huh.
Rain.
Uh-huh.
Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Spindle.
Mm-hmm.
Karate.
Oh, yeah.
Icicle.
Mm-hmm.
Dog.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And spinach.
That words would be fuck esports kids.
Fuck them. Comment if you get it. If not,
fucking losers.
Fuck you too.
I'm gonna sever their goddamn fucking dicks. Bitch ass. Fucking. What a bunch of nerds. Get a life. Out of here.
Oh, before we go, let me not forget this time. Happy National Bagel Day, National Hat Day, National Fresh Squeeze Juice Day, National Kayla Day, National Pothole Day, National Strawberry Ice Cream Day, and National Wikipedia Day.
I'm really pissed that there's so many potholes that people can't just fucking fix, that there's a national day for it.
Maybe it's like a Memorial Day, like before they get filled. Like,
what, the graves? What do you...
No, like before the potholes get filled, or like in remembrance. I don't know. Never forget.
Oh.
Fuck esports kids.
I I got this fucking, I don't know if you can see it. I have like one of those pimple patches on it, like right here.
Oh no, I can't see that.
All right, good. That's the point of the pimple patch. But like,
well, I mean, I can't promise you in production I'm not going to see it.
Fine.
But you're like 480p right now, so
it's like I think I attribute it to just like eating shittily over the weekend at your place. Like I never eat like fucking brownies and like poached eggs with brisket and like
my house didn't make no poached eggs. Like I promise you that.
No, that was old Noble Crust.
Okay.
But then I was like, and I woke up. It was this morning. I was like, that motherfucker. Where'd this? It had to have been the shit I've been eating.